So I think the thing everybody's been dying for me to ask you is how did it feel to reprise your role after almost 30 years?
It felt like about time. I was very chuffed. I was very flattered to be asked back, and yeah, it was really really sweet, especially because it was right after everything was shut down for the pandemic and nobody was working and nothing was happening. So it was very sweet.
And I'm sure that, other guests that I've interviewed have said that the Star Trek family is exactly that. It is such a family. And I'm sure it was really good to see everybody again, like a family reunion.
Well, I didn't see anybody except for Jonathan and Terry, because remember when I went back for Picard, it was just me on by myself on the ship. So, and it was still super, super duper COVID protocols. Like I had somebody come to the house to give me a test. Everybody went for a fitting. So this was like February of 22. So when people went back to work, they were working with reduced cast numbers as much as possible. So I saw Marina and LeVar in the makeup trailer, and I saw Jonathan and Terry on the set, but that's it. It wasn't like a big family reunion.
Hmm. Yeah, and COVID changed so much of the world. Like when I watched you on the original Best of Both Worlds, the concept of distance learning was completely different. Like Wesley could jump on the computer and do his Starfleet Academy stuff and nobody was the wiser. And then
Yeah,
COVID hit and I thought it was cool until I became the IT guy for literally all of my kids. I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't all it's cracked up to be, but we learned.
yeah. I was lucky that during COVID, my son was doing remote learning with NYU, and so any tech support I needed, he was really really helpful.
That's always helpful to have a kid who knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
Um, so along that line, it was kind of up in the air what actually happened to Admiral Shelby. Um,
It, I think it still is.
like, did she really get whacked by the Borg, or is she going to come back? And like, I'm kind of crossing my fingers that we find out in any sort of Star Trek Legacy that may or may not be happening.